I was just calling out Jack Posobiec because it does matter who these people are paid by. It does. The propaganda does
But what about the
matter.
content? What about what he's referencing?
We need to talk about the propaganda. Adam Green, clearly paid by, does not recognize that Candace Owens is the Sherlock Holmes of our time, the greatest detective on the planet. Candace Owens, and Adam Green is taking money to deny
Adam Green, why are you taking all the money, Adam?
Wait, just so we're talking about the same Candace Owens, is this the one who red pilled you on Blexit, red pilled you on BLM, red pilled you on the Macrons? Do you think Brigitte is a woman? Like you're gonna have to check your gaydar.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
yes,
have to
I
have
do.
your gaydar
yes.
You don't think so?
Yeah, and Trump is right. She's also
Candace
hotter
hasn't
than
red-pilled
Candace
us on
in her
anything.
prime.
Yeah, she 100%. She
Brigitte over
100%
Candace in her
exposed
prime.
BLM. She had a documentary
Bro,
about
Candace
it.
was a
She
lefty
did
who
it.
started a
I
doxing
don't
site
ca-
for right-wingers that were mean to her.
No,
Untrustworthy and always has been.
the same criticism
Anyone who
you have
trusted
for
her is
me.
stupid.
And the same criticism you have for me. Oh, you did some work for TPUSA. She worked for him for years and the Daily Wire.
Yeah, no.
She was critical of them and got
I'm
fired.
critical of TPUSA right now. What do you mean?
I get it, but she's not dipping her toes back into it.
She was with them for years, and she was with the Daily Wire
Get
for
that.
years.
So
like
was
it's just
Charlie, and he leaving.
right,
He was
exactly. I
leaving
don't
the
consider
pro-Israel cause.
I don't consider these people to be wrong because they worked with NGOs that aligned with their causes, Tom. That's
Okay,
you.
so Candace isn't wrong then. I'm confused.
I'm saying that
is a
if you
genius.
say that it's wrong for me to have worked with an NGO to try to align their views, then you would have to have the same criticism of Candace.
Yeah, obviously, Candace can do no wrong. She's a total genius. Adam Green, total shill for. He doesn't want people to know Charlie Kirk because Adam Green is.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting far afield, and I don't want this to be a pile on Tom. I don't. So he's always fair in his spaces to me. I'll be fair to him.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's as fair as he can be with that crew. You don't know how that crew is.
Fair enough.
So, I didn't know who else had the opposing view. Was it you, James? Did you have a question for Andrew James, or was it Duchesse, or I'm not sure.
I'm Team Uncle Tom if you're looking for someone to get your back, bro.
You guys.
So you're another Uncle Tom? Uncle Toms everywhere.
Uncle Toms are responsible for getting Trump in the White House.
That's true. That's true. A bunch of Uncle Toms. Anyway, okay, you guys go ahead. Adam said he wanted to debate with you guys about this.
We totally digressed from
Andrew,
the footage of him that zoomed in, and it's going to look a lot clearer when it's the actual file and not recorded on the other side of the courtroom. So Candace has been completely wrong. He's all over the security footage wrong. She said Twiggs didn't get interviewed by the police. He's a federal asset. Wrong. He was interviewed. I mean, he's confessed his DNA, his cell phone, his car there, the license plate. We caught him in the act on the roof taking the shit and then running away. And then people are going to deny all of that and pretend like the case, like, dude, I saw a super chat on Costello's show today, and they said they wanted to set up a GoFundMe for Tyler's appeal. These people, I've never seen a psychosis like this before. A mass psychosis.
Adam, you are denying the fact.
Was it actually his car though, Adam? I think you need to.
Yeah.
You're just repeating talking points. Okay, well, I
Mossad
put in the
wrong
nest
car.
compelling evidence to say that it's
and
not his vehicle. Why am I getting talked over, bro?
What is the
You're just
hang on,
points, dude.
hang on, Adam. To be fair, you do have to let him respond because you did get your points out. Where's the nest here? Where is that?
It's above all the PFPs.
Hold on. Adam is denying that wanted Charlie Kirk to help them. Candace cracked the case today. And because Charlie would not help them, Candace, Charlie had to be. We learned that today, and Adam is covering up for. He will not admit that.
I guess that's what
Andrew will.
It was supposed to be her.
Andrew will tell you that I am a big fan of satire, America. So I do appreciate that.
No, I'm Andrew. He's Wilson. I'm Andrew.
But Adam, there's a phone call happening. What's going on? So,
I don't know. It's Cure's fault. Anything that goes wrong in this space, it's because of Cure.
It's mystery.
Yeah, it's Cure. Anyway, Sorry,
well, Adam.
Tom.
When I
But
mentioned
Tom, you got
debating
to.
you,
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
Sorry.
What?
No. You go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to let you respond to Adam's points.
Yeah, and sometimes I get a delay in my mic, so that's why I might talk over people. But Adam, like I want when I mention debate, it would be more of a like a separate space. It's 2 a.m. here. I'm probably not going to do it right at this moment, but I think you do need to take. I think
You big
well,
pussy.
one of his points about the automobile, I put compelling evidence on the contrary up into the nest so he can take a look at that. But I just feel like people are just
I'm
kind of
trying to
being
figure out
lazy about
how
doing
the
their own.
you access this nest, dude.
Yeah, what's that?
It's just
I
above the
remember my
PFPs.
first X space too, Andrew.
Yeah, what? Because I don't know where the nest is.
They
Yeah,
got
so
they got
Mr.
him
E,
on
help him out,
camera.
Mr. E.
Am I allowed to throw a
He drove
curveball?
Oh, I
hours
see it.
away
Okay.
from his house, dude. You're really gonna deny? You're just gonna see all the evidence in front of your
Wait,
face.
is this the county of Utah, state of Utah? Is that what you posted?
It's about the Dodge Challenger.
On the vehicle described as a 2013 Dodge Challenger with a Utah plate. Your affiant requesting seize search vehicle, blah, 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 blah. What does this prove exactly?
So I think it's compelling that it's not his vehicle. That the one they're saying is his is not his. And there's
Okay, why
other
didn't the
info out there
defense
too.
bring that up in the trial then?
Well, that's not the question.
I
That's
actually
not the
don't see.
argument.
I don't see where you're getting that from this document. Where is it?
Okay, that's fine. We don't. I don't.
No. It's not fine. Where does it actually say that in this document?
Where it calls to question about the vehicle.
Yeah, where?
Okay. So
Your affiant is requesting to seize and search the vehicle. Anything related to firearms, firearm components, ammunition, blah blah blah. Specific clothing items, including blue-colored hats. Yeah, where does it say it's not his vehicle, dude?
It's not that. It's not that one document. It's an entire thread. That's why I was saying that maybe it's not the best time to go
you
through
didn't actually post any compelling evidence here of anything. Again,
it's a. I mean, it's you just. I don't think you've had time to look at it. It would take some time.
Dude, it's one page. I just read it, and whoever's like that is kick them out.
What I'm telling you,
whoever has that feedback, kick them out.
Hey,
kick them out.
Ask a question, you guys.
No, you can't. I want. No, you can't ask me a question.
I'm sorry, I was gone before. I'm sorry.
Hush for a second. I want to get through this.
All right, check it out. This is mainly.
Yeah, no. You're gonna get muted. What? You need to let us finish. Shush.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Tom. I'm looking at this document. Where does it say that it's not his vehicle?
Okay. Do you understand? First of all, do you know what a thread is?
Yes, I'm aware. But you said this was posted up in the nest.
Yes, it's in the nest. If you click on it, it'll go through. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like there's like 15 posts here providing there's over 15, 20, and it would take somebody to actually go through it, which you can't do right now.
Dude.
So Andrew, I'm looking through this thread right
There's
now.
Nothing. There's nothing.
Saying it proves that it's not his car, and the only thing that actually doesn't look like his car is it does look like there is dual exhaust on the rear. But I would actually probably chalk that up to artifacting more than he chalks up the creation of a spoiler by artifacting, because he says there's one image where the spoiler's not there. And you can actually see it. It's just like kind of blurry. So
yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm still talking. Hold on. The rims
Listen to
match.
the hypocrisy too that they do. Like, oh, you
The
can't tell
match,
that
the
it's Tyler in the
match.
footage, but you
There's
know it's
several
definitely
images
not
with a
his
spoiler.
car.
Yeah, the only one that's a little bit like odd is the one where it does kind of look like dual exhaust on the back, but that's also like one of the grainiest images as well. So I wouldn't exactly call it conclusive evidence, like Tom wants to say.
Compelling.
It's not even compelling. Like, look, dude, I am a car guy. I am a car nut. If any, like, I can identify and like I know a lot about vehicles. I'm saying it's not compelling.
No, fair.
Like, you're literally holding on to a string where it's like, well, in one of these grainy images, it looks like there's two outputs on the exhaust on each side when there should only be one. But he lied when he said there's no spoiler in the other video. You can actually see it. It just looks like more of a shadow. But he's going, bam, there it is. Big
Yeah, no
small, all
spoiler.
of a sudden.
And no spoiler, but we can see the spoiler.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but I'm making a case that it's okay for people to look into these things and research.
Of course it is.
Okay,
change
so
your
that's
But what makes them is when they say it's compelling when it's not. If it's not compelling,
that's just your opinion, bro. That's your opinion because you're a
when you're
All
on
right, hang on,
claims
guys.
and they're all wrong, maybe you should
Let's
just
hear
throw
from
in
Adam
the
for a
towel
second.
instead of keep making up stupid shit.
All right, now there was another guy who was trying to chime in. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry I cut you off. I just wanted to get that clarified. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, why is Uncle Tom letting Adam Green off the hook? We know that Adam Green has spent his entire career defending. Just
Adam,
like Captive Dreidel is a Mossad agent, we know these things. Why is Uncle Tom letting them off the hook?
Dude, I was making videos exposing Jack Posobiec as a back in like 2016 and was always anti-TPOSU. But I sincerely believe that Jack Posobiec and Charlie were good friends, and he's not involved in some cover-up. They're all of his best friends, all him, and they're all in on it. It's absolutely insane.
Except, of course, for his not best friend, Candace.
And evil, whatever.
Just show me the example of who said that
have done to them.
Wait, is this American Outlaw or whatever? What's his name? American Uncensored guy? Are you being like?
Yeah, he's being sarcastic. No, he's being
no.
I was like,
I am 100%. I am.
It's the third
Candace
time you said
Owens'
it, and I was sure
fan.
it was sarcastic.
Bro,
She is the Sherlock Holmes of America.
Okay, all right,
She is a genius.
American. We got the point. It was funny. But drop off, okay, bro? I appreciate it. It was funny, but yeah, drop off. All right, cool.
Okay,
I didn't kick in anybody, by the way.
buddy.
I have a serious question.
Are you? Hang on. You sound like you're a woman.
Oh my God, I am.
Yeah, sorry, honey.
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Andrew. So
you're welcome.
I'm not saying I am believing this. I'm just noticing it, and I want your guys' opinion, or girls, whatever. So when I first was watching the investigation, I mean, Charlie, I'm not working, so I was glued to the TV for a few days. I mean, when they had the first press conference, when Governor Cox came out, everything they were saying, I mean, I don't want to say everything, but I saw holes right away, and I'm like, what? I was just questioning stuff that I noticed that did not, I mean, to me, they were like red flags, but I didn't, I'm trusting the FBI. But anyway, one of the things was they were showing documents of a timeline. But when it got to the messages that were between Tyler and Lance, there was no timestamps on this document.
That's actually not the case. Each one of those messages has the time on the message.
Okay, well, I just saw what they put in court, the pictures of the text messages, because God forbid they're not going to give the actual phone to the defense. I find that weird. But anyway,
they did, though.
I don't.
They extracted all the info from the phone.
Yeah, and gave it to the defense.
There's endearment texts between them that show timestamps, but then later when Tyler is in the bushes somewhere hiding out, and the weird text messages between him and Lance, there's still 0 timestamps on the pictures given to the defense.
Let's see it.
Somebody explain this to me.
Let's see it. But here, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Who was sending Lance Twiggs those messages from Tyler's phone? If it wasn't Tyler,
who's to say they were even sent? We don't get to see the original phone. I mean, do you understand? Do you see how it's circumstantial?
Well, we did. Hang on, we did get to see the original phone. He went into the interrogation office with his phone, and we know that they got his phone because it was with him when he was turned in. So.
Yeah, but
I don't know what you mean.
That be confiscated? I mean, why wouldn't they?
They did confiscate it. They did.
It would go into.
They did confiscate it, and it was put into evidence. And then they had Celebrite pull all the data off of it.
If I was a defense attorney, I would want the phone I don't want pictures. Again, Andrew,
Well, I don't understand. What do you
I'm gonna
think that the
find it.
defense gets? Like, if I used in a crime scene, do you think that they hand that to the defense or something?
Well, Tyler's was held in
The problem with this whole
DC.
conversation
Not
is that
by
nobody
not
knows
by the
about
Imagine the
hang on.
defense
The
lawyer
prosecution and the defense are not going to get the gun itself, right?
They get pictures of it.
Are you serious? They don't bag it? I mean,
No, of course
in
not.
other
They're not going
evidence.
to give. Why would they give the defense an?
They might get to examine it, but
Yeah, they can maybe examine it, but they're not going to give them
They
that.
weren't even able to examine it.
How do you know that?
What are you
Phone
basing
to
that
look
off of?
at.
Yeah, there's
All
no,
of
there's
this stuff is bagged and it's
They
submitted as
Tyler's not
evidence.
saying that he didn't
They
send those.
cross-examined the prosecution about the phone
Yeah.
in court. Do you think they would not have brought it up during the preliminary hearing? Hey, we didn't even get a chance to look at this phone. Not one. Oh, let me guess. The defense are in on it, right?
Yeah, our
No,
client
they
says he
did.
never sent these
Believe
these
it or
text
not,
messages.
Jerry, when they were collecting evidence, they wanted it and it was denied. They said, no, we're giving
It's
you
not true.
photos.
That's
yeah,
just
That
yeah.
is
Where?
true.
Well, hang on,
They didn't
That
give
is
it in
true.
Let's
discovery.
find
It is
out.
true.
Hang on. Let's find out if it's true. So, what is the actual claim here? That the defense was not given access to the cell phone and they requested it?
That's what the defense said. Correct.
I think
In
they requested the
discovery,
gun
they
as
were
well.
they had no access to the ballistics or the firearm. During the
Yep.
discovery, that came out in May. I want to say April, May, right?
But that would also
Dishes?
mean that the prosecution didn't get it because they don't. There's no evidence disparities.
The
between
state
either
had
party.
it. What do you mean the prosecution didn't have it? The state?
Well,
definitely
that's
had it.
not, wait, that's not the prosecution.
That's not the
If you
prosecution.
have a state agency that has that's not the prosecution, same as the prosecution having the.
My understanding the was in Washington, D.C. Why was it there?
Because it was being analyzed.
First of all, what kind of gun
The thing
was
is,
it?
the feds should have even been involved in the case at all. He was not
Why
a.
What?
Why wouldn't the
What?
feds be involved in the case?
Because
What do you
only
mean?
no,
so. According to the
because
Times,
it.
yeah. So they every Windows computer with an Intel chip. That Intel chip came from
Actually, that's true.
half of the electronic
Islam.
products in
You
your
guys
home
talk about
have
Islam a lot.
electronic.
Hang on.
Bigger
Mystery,
part.
stop screaming. But hey, he is right. He is right that most of the Intel chips you get are from. That is true. But that aside, we're not talking about whether or not Celebrite's an company. We can get into that right now. I just want to figure out if this claim for discovery is actually true. That you guys are saying the defense, they put in a discovery request at that to access the cell and of Tyler, which was denied. Is that right?
Yes, that is my understanding. I did not hear that from Candace
Yeah,
either. I
you're
read that at
wrong.
one point.
Just so you know, you're dead wrong.
Okay, so here's what I've got. Okay, now I've got a referent here, but just the quick reference was that the judge did not completely deny the defense access to the cell phone evidence. The court has been tightly regulating the time, scope, and public disclosure of these highly sensitive items during the preliminary phase of the trial. So the legal team representing Robinson, blah, 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 status of evidence and discovery. The defense team has already received and reviewed ballistics, DNA regarding the Mauser 30-06 bolt-action rifle found near campus. I'm not actually seeing where they were denied it. I'm not disputing it. I just don't actually see where it's been denied.
Well, Duchesse, we'll come back to you if you can find that. Provide that. Blenn's got his hand up, but James, were you opposed? I can't remember if you.
Hold on, before we move on, I want to clarify one quick
I do
thing.
I have a very specific question. You guys check.
Let me
It'll just
clarify
take a
one
second.
quick thing before your question changes the subject. Let me clarify one quick thing.
All right.
The defense did not receive Lance Twig's physical cell phone, but this is due to strict chain of custody laws. So standard digital evidence handling procedures have to be done a certain way. And there's also the lack of legal necessity. You don't need a physical phone when all the data has been extracted and photos have been taken of the
Did the
screen.
prosecution get access to the cell phone?
I'll double check. I don't think so, but I'll double check.
If the defense didn't get it, I'm guessing the prosecution didn't either.
Zero chance.
See,
Yeah,
I
zero.
was dropped from the space because I was just asking questions about Adam Green taking money from it and captive Drake.
fuck,
Enough,
dude.
I was just
He
asking
came in
questions.
on an
You were
alt.
told.
All right.
I was
You already
just
told
asking
once.
questions.
In case anyone doesn't know,
Can you just shut the f up? How about you try doing some of that for the next little bit?
well, it can
Right.
be
Check this
in
out.
case anybody doesn't know.
Okay,
Andrew.
Okay, so somebody else had a question.
yes, it's
I got one,
James
Andrew.
Andrew.
Go ahead, bro.
Check this out, man. I think you and I definitely agree. I'm sure thankfully, the majority agrees. It'd be very bad to have the left have the power they used to have, right?
Yeah, we can't give them.
Again.
We
I
can't give
fully
them
agree
power.
that threat is crazy high. I get that. Okay, but at the same time, I've come to realize and tell me what you think if this is true or not, that it's the same entity driving the problems from the left. Okay, that's driving the problems we're seeing right now on the right.
What do you mean the same? No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
No,
and
no.
How are they? Okay. Let me ask you this then. How is it the case that lobbying groups own many politicians? It's legal to. I get that it's legal to do it now. It's legal. Hold on. It's legal to do that since like this act, the Citizens United Act or something like that, back in 2015, made it legal to fully just go and bribe people on the floor, the House floor. So it's been like this for a while.
You're talking about hang on. You're talking about Citizens United.
Yeah, it made it legal.
Yeah, that's for lobbying and NGOs.
Lobbying. Yeah, and there's other ways,
and putting it in speech format. It's mostly targeting lobbying groups.
So you just disagree that kind of control our foreign policy?
No, I didn't say no. I don't want you. I don't want you to misconstrue.
Out of the hat.
Yeah, I don't want you to misconstrue what I'm saying. If you want the answer, I'll give it to you, but I don't want you to misconstrue what's being said.
Before you answer, I want to clarify. I'm not talking about.
That's not what I'm saying. Yes, bro, you have to let me answer, bro. You have to let me answer to the claim.
Shut the up and let him answer.
I am.
You gotta let me answer to the claim.
Now let him answer.
Mr. E, stop screaming, bro. Stop screaming at everybody.
James. I know you follow me, James, but you got to, if I'm going to give you a mic, you got to understand, like, you can't just keep rambling, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. Look, I understand what you're getting at.
That's all I was doing.
Yeah. So I don't want you to misconstrue my position, though. Okay. Nope. Yes, I believe that Christians has a huge stranglehold on right-wing politics. I don't think that even, or has nearly the control over the government of the United States as Christians does. I don't even think it's in the same universe. And the Christians are mostly on the right-wing side. That is, in fact, the case. Left-wing political policy, you have to understand that the way that both the left and the right look at this issue are different. While it's true that the right wing is moving towards especially anti-Christian, which I'm all for. The left also is, but for different reasons. It's because they see the Jewish state as being an ethno-nationalist nation. And so they're engaging in supremacy from the left's view. But they specifically are only oppositional to it because they consider it to be a form of white ethno-nationalism. That is, in fact, what the Hassan Pikers would say, the Voshes would say. That's what these people would say, is that they oppose it based on ethno-nationalist grounds.
All this checks out for me. Go on.
Yeah, so there's a distinction in how these policies operate, and I don't think that from the left they're moving at it from the same way from an eschatology perspective that you see from Christians. I think they have a totally different view on it, and I don't think so. In other words, I don't think their views are coming from. In fact, I would say that secular from Hollywood, places like this, have been far more influential on left-wing politics than, bro.
I agree, but the Democrat politicians themselves are just as bought by the lobbies and donors just as much as the right, dude. You mean it's like not much on the left and it's more on the right?
Well, hang on. They're all bought by lobbyists, not just lobbyists. You have CARE, the lobby. You have all these lobbies. They buy up all of them. There's no doubt that that's true, but it's not thing you can do about it either, because Supreme Court says it's speech.
I know.
So, like, what do you want me to do?
You want me to
give the left power or what?
That? You don't think
I want to get lobbying. I would love to be able to limit lobbying, put lobbying caps, put hack caps. I'd love to do that.
You can't make like an intuitive conclusion at all, just in your head by yourself, not publicly, that maybe there's something more fishy going on with this case of Charlie Kirk.
What the how are these tied together? These things are not even tied together. What are you talking about? You just now you're just trying to tie.
You're right.
Yeah. All right, James.
It's possible there's no connection at all with. I get it. And that's true. That I fully accept that possibility. That
there's not a single shred of material. There's not a single shred of material. Evidence, and if you can make a case for circumstantial evidence, it's going to be 100% hearsay based. If it's for the thing, there's no compelling evidence there at all, bro. That took out Charlie Kirk. I'd love to see some, but I mean, nobody's ever presented any.
So can I ask you this? Do you feel like it's
James? You cut me off. You cut me off.
Well, let him finish. He can have his last question.
Do you think it's more of a threat? The left wing is more of a threat than controlling, what they do now.
And
merging our technology, merging our military,
Well, they're not. First of all, okay. So this all of this, when you're trying to merge all of this, they're not trying to merge the military. That's not what the bill is saying. I'm against the bill, by the way. But what it's trying to do is it's trying to merge things like they did with the Iron Dome, where it's a joint defense thing. You know what I mean? Like these are joint defense operations, and they're trying to merge some of those technologies via treaty for these joint defense operations like they do with the Iron Dome. We're not merging militaries. That's all rhetorical bullshit. And it pissed me off because it's like, it's bad enough on its own. It doesn't need to get flavored with bullshit. You know what I mean?
Glenn, do you want to jump in? You got a question?
A couple points.
Before he asks the question,
come on, bro. You're getting cut off again. No, come on, guys. You guys are being ridiculous.
How is it cut off when it's just starting a question? I'm trying to respond to the last thing you asked.
I have my hand up, and you're being rude this whole space. Andrew, first of all, your mic is horrible.
Anyway, the prosecution also did not get physical access to the phone. There you go. That's it.
Your mic is horrible.
Your
fuck you.
No, bro, your mic's fine.
Your mic's horrible.
Yours is not. It's something going on.
Andrew's mic is peaking. Andrew, your mic's peaking like mad for me, but whatever. It's listenable. But
all right, Blaine, don't crash out on anybody. Don't crash out on Mr. Just fucking say what you're gonna say, dude. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, I waited this guy after the whole diatribe. But first of all, I'm trying to actually clarify and help push the conversation along. I think that we can recognize that even talking about secular, that this country is the same way that we're basically essentially a vassal state for this point. The comments about Lindsey Graham, people say, well, Lindsey Graham didn't make a lot of money. Yeah, it's because they paid him in little boys or little girls or whatever he liked, allegedly. So there's.
So you just lie? You're just gonna lie now?
I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah, you're just gonna lie. You're just gonna lie.
Your microphones are bad too.
So
feedback. But
I know our microphones are bad. Do you hear what I'm? Do you hear what I say? Then you just lied. Did you hear that? Okay, you just lied. You just lied through your teeth.
Allegedly. I said allegedly.
Yeah. Why? Okay. So who's alleging that? You?
Him walking around Disney World, and I read the files. But I mean, that's not even my point. If you
and where's Lindsey Graham in the files doing anything?
Well, he was meeting with Netanyahu to set up this war. So to think that this guy,
go ahead. That has what to do with him?
I didn't say. I said blackmail. Are you familiar with the Larry King? Do you even know what's going on in American politics? Like seriously, you have to update yourself. Do you know?
Okay, okay, hang on. You just got done saying that allegedly Lindsey Graham.
I mean, I can tell the physiology. We could get into that.
Yeah. Okay, the physiology based on how he looks.
I said allegedly.
So you can just look at people and when they.
Yes, you can.
You can. Okay. Well, I think you based on how you look. Does that make sense to you?
Well, listen.
Makes sense to me.
Who's Larry King? Who's Black King? This is gonna go back to the 80s. What is he doing?
What's that got to do with it?
What does it have to do with anything? You just made the claim about Lindsey Graham, bro. Why you switch claims? Just stick with the claim. Where's your
Going
evidence?
back into Romans, where people that have vices want power. It's not about gratification. A lot of times it's
Where's
about
the evidence
power.
that he did?
Where's the evidence he did
Power.
anything, bro?
These people,
you'd know. Look at that physiology on you. You'd know, right?
I didn't even get to make my point. Listen, the macro point.
You don't have a point. You're just from one thing to
Dude,
another.
hang on. Let him finish, man.
The question actually was, so we know this this gentleman, the accused Tyler Robinson. He seemed like he was very intelligent, right? It seemed like he wasn't intelligent. He took one. He didn't have to. He didn't take multiple.
He got a almost perfect ACT and had a 4.0
Yeah, perfect shot.
GPA.
Got away with it.
Doesn't know how to spell calibers. So
that's where I was going with it. So,
okay, I see. So if you get good grades, you're smart. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but that's the first time I've ever heard that.
English, you need to. It's a requirement if you're going to do good on the ACT. It's literally
yeah. I don't associate good scores in school with intelligence, and neither should you.
Okay. So can we say, for argument's sake, he took one. He installed the wipe. He got in front of the roof. He planned this thing out, so he had some capabilities, right? He wiped the gun down. He wiped the gun down to get fingerprints, but then. So he did all that, and then he text messaged every evidence for the most convenient confession you've ever seen in your life. Does that like, if you put any logical deduction to that, does that make sense to you, Andrew? Does it sit well with you that somebody that could get away with
horrible grammar too? But
and then he'd have that type of brain to do this plan and wipe down the. And then
can we do one claim at a time?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Rachel, there's no allowed in this space.
We just let a woman up, bro. What are you talking about? So anyway, so Blend. First of all, do you agree with me that this is the first person that Tyler Robinson that we know of has ever?
No, I don't know that. I don't know.
No, okay, that we know of is what I said. It's the first person we know of that Tyler Robinson has ever.
Well, I don't know that he. Yeah, for the sake of argument, yeah, I assume that.
Okay, great. Do you think that if you somebody publicly, you might panic?
Well, I don't think he panicked. He was basically.
Can you answer my question, bro?
No, I
do you think?
He no, sir.
You don't think he panicked? So
he went and bought Dairy Queen.
Right? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he didn't panic because he went to a Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I think this guy's pretty cold. I gotta say he's pretty cold in calculus.
Yeah. So he and then he runs out in the forest and drops his. He's clearly panicking. And he's sending panic texts to his boyfriend because he just did a thing he can't undo. People, after they do horrible things, as you might understand, if you watched trials, you watched famous. After they kill somebody, they tend to panic and give the game away. They do this all the time, Blend. Do you want me to give you case after case after case where the person is caught because they panic after they do the killing?
He actually, the first text there was an auto text. He was sending auto text. So just so you know, I don't know if you're aware of that.
That's a reasonable explanation
because he thought he was going to die.
It's a reasonable explanation, Andrew. I'll grant you that. It is a reasonable explanation, but it is an explanation of something that does not. Because I've been around, I know, and they don't panic.
Yes, they do panic, and I guarantee you that the ones that you knew who were. So I'm not talking like they were in the military and people that you knew who were, didn't they usually get caught because they made mistakes due to panicking? Because that's how most of them get caught, bro. They make stupid mistakes because they panic post.
Yeah, Blend, you might be thinking of like serial. They don't panic. Some of them don't even perspire during homicide.
Well, and some don't. To be fair, some don't.
Well,
it's just that most of them do.
This was fairly cold-blooded. This wasn't a panic. I went at a 7-Eleven because I was robbing a 7-Eleven. This was planned and calculated. Yeah. I mean, that is an explanation. It is an explanation. I will grant you.
Ever heard of an adrenaline dump?
Yeah, I mean, you can plan.
You know what that does to the human body and the thought process?
He said he regretted doing it. He told his boyfriend he regretted doing it. I wish I didn't do it, which is a confession also. So he's not denying it and pleading not guilty and saying he's a patsy or he was set up. How do any of these people explain that?
Well, he hasn't testified yet, so you guys are making based on.
Well, he's not going to testify, dude.
Yeah,
like
like
he's
scream
not.
out in the court, like I'm being set up. I'm a pat. Like
We have
admit
some
those
other
are his text
Oswald
messages.
mics.
called
Listen,
himself a
Adam,
patsy.
sorry.
is he going to admit
Sorry,
those are his
guys.
text messages? That's the question.
Blend, bro.
He
We
doesn't
got
claim
a
those
bunch
text
of other
messages.
mics here.
It's cool.
Sorry,
I mean, I appreciate it. I just think that it's a completely reasonable explanation that what here's piecing it together. What it appears to be was that he thought he was going to get. He thought he was going to take the. He was going to die. He left it behind a note to Lance because he assumed he was going to die, like many of these do when they go into a school or they get up on a sniper perch or whatever. Good example of this. There was a not long ago. There was a sniper who was also using a Mauser who was on top of a roof who was ice agents. We covered that live. And of course, when they identified his position, they blew his head off, right? Most of these actually die when they engage in these things. So in many ways, very fortunate that Robinson didn't die. So anyway, he leaves a note behind. He expects he's going to die. He'd been researching this for a long time. And that's what he thought was going to happen. I don't think he had much of a post plan. I think he thought he was going to die. That's why he set messages up to go to his boyfriend and this type of thing, because he thought that was it. So yes, he panicked. He made tons of mistakes because I don't think he really had much of a post action plan.
Because he was a coward.
Yeah, he thought he was going to die.